This is an analysis of I'm Blue. Now, the song I'm Blue is a very well-known song throughout pop culture, so we will be discussing some very serious topics inside of it, such as, I'm not going to be going into anything too deep, such as, I'm going to hint towards maybe suicide or something inside of this, so, I, I'd recommend just, if you don't want anything about that, just don't, it's just a hint. So, today we'll be discussing, the first thing we're going to need to talk about is the main story, which we will lead on to the main literary plot devices. So, to start off with, we will notice quite clearly that someone who is obviously depressed. Now, if you can't see, he can only see through a blue lens throughout his world. Obviously seeing that he finds everything super depressing, there is no way to see anything else but how it's so depressing. He is only able to see it in one light, and that is through blue. And that is most commonly referred to with depression/sadness. And, later on, we learn that he has a Corvette, which he has blue. Now, that's a very expensive car, which, he's telling us that he has money, but having money is not helping with his depression. He is seriously sad, which seems to be extremely bad for what is going on. Like, he, seems to not be having a very great time with this. Now, when he says, I'm blue, double D, double die, if I was green, I would die, double D, double die, almost saying that he could not be happy in any sense ever. Because if he was, he just couldn't happen. The only way that he would be happy is by maybe killing himself. Now, I'm not going to go too much on that details, but you can go into that yourself. Now, another thing that we can see from this is that he makes, due to the upbeat rhythm of the song, you can tell that he makes jokes quite commonly about depression, probably, or he just thinks that's all normal and stuff, and acting happy around people. To which, if we look at the beginning of the song, you'll notice how, it's just looking like that, which it seems he's overlooking the problems. Now, we're going to slide on to part 2 of our little analysis we have here, which will be looking into the metaphors and plot details like that. So, if we'll take a look into him, you see how his world is blue? You can tell that he's obviously using hyperbole, because not everything is actually blue. Now, it's not entirely blue, it's more of just a metaphor and hyperbole going together. And when he says, I'm blue, double D double do, double do double da, do, die, and then double D double do, repeatedly, you can tell that's obviously alliteration, which in terms, and then later on, when it goes later on, at the beginning of the song, it says that he's a little guy in a small house in a blue world. You can tell that he's obviously belittling him, which is obviously a metaphor for saying that he is very small and insignificant, which it does tie back into my depression theory, which is all that I could really find throughout this entire story, but I hope that works out great for anyone who needs I'm Blue research, I guess. And I don't know.